Onewheeling is all about having fun. Like, it's literally like just a flow state of mind, feeling one planet because you're like on the terrain and you're just bumping around, like grooving out to some sound. The Onewheel brings that to you, which is, it's nuts.
What's up, guys? Kyle Hansen here, Wheel Fun Stuff. You guys know what's up. It's all the fun stuff on this channel. And today I'm super stoked to show you guys what I got. And it's these right here. Boom! This is the FlatKick foot pad kit. FlatKick foot pad kit. So I've got to ride these flat pads for a couple days now, and they are super sick. I've got to commute on the street to work with them. I've got to commute on the trail with them, and I love how they have turned out so far. I got a couple pros for you on the flat pads, and I have a couple cons for you on the flat pads. So let's jump into these right now. So first off, with these flat pads, I can change my foot positioning whenever I need to. If I'm ripping a trail and my foot bounces off of my foot pad, I can reposition it without losing the board control that I have, you know. With the stock foot pads, you know, you sit on the edge of your foot pad and you're like literally balancing on the edges, and it just teeters your board all over the place. So with the flat foot pads, when your feet get to the edges of the board, you aren't losing that control. You can just readjust to right where your foot needs to be and then keep ripping, which is so sick. That's what I want! So I know that a lot of people have had engagement issues with the sensor on their foot pad, and for me, I've noticed that it's been a lot easier for me to engage the foot pad on these flat ones, just since these flat ones don't have those kicked up edges, which I think got in the way sometimes of trying to touch those sensors, you know, get both of them activated. So having it flat really makes it an even surface to, you know, try and touch your foot down onto that pad. Another pro about having these flat foot pads is when you bonk or you're on a trail and you hit some rocks and you get sent into the air a little bit, the board wants to stay on the bottom of your feet. When the board is leaving the ground, you know, bonking off of something like a rock or like a pocket rock, you know, yeah, it's lifting up into the air and it's pushing down against your feet. And so having it flat there, it's just super flat, you know, there's no like weird points that it can teeter on. It's just going flat, straight against that bottom of your foot, giving you so much more control when you land those bonks and to, you know, get back into that flow on the trail. You know, if you're bouncing off of those rocks and stuff, you can easily just get right back into that ripping sensation, which is what you are after. Another pro, which is so sick about these flat foot pads, which I can't say enough, is just getting rid of the edge that was so sharp and pointy into your feet, especially if you had bigger feet, you know. So if you're doing drops, you know, you're doing tricks, you're mashing trails, the flat foot pad is so sick. And there are so many pros for all those things. A huge plus for these flat foot pads is that FM, you know, heard the community and made a flat foot pad for the GT, which is super sick. You know, there was a lot of complaints about the concave foot pad when it came out, and it's super sick that they heard, they listened, they created this new one and came out, and it is definitely way better than that stock foot pad. I could sit here all night and tell you how much I love these flat foot pads, but I do have to say I do have some cons that come along with these foot pads. Since the kick on the nose and the tail is a little high, if you ride with a wider stance, it does kind of feel like your feet are slightly pitched inward, which some people have said it kind of feels like a W rails, which is kind of cool. So it kind of sits you in this pocket, but it sits you in this pocket a little higher, and that's what it sits you in this pocket a little higher, and that's where that instability can come from, or the feeling of instability, you could say. Another con with these foot pads, you know, which is really cool that FM made these, but they did not hit up any riders who have been riding for a while to see, you know, their thoughts on a flat pad. They just, you know, hit up the marketing team. I don't know who they hit up, but they just did it all inside and then came out with a flat foot pad. And I think it would be really cool if they just started reaching out to pro riders that are in the community who have a lot of input on, you know, these boards and how they ride. All in all, a totally flat pad I think would be really cool and super fun to try, just because that's how I like to ride. I love doing tricks, and that is super clutch for that. Something that the average rider might see as a con with these is that you're not locked in as much as the concave foot pads. And I would agree with that. You're definitely not locked in as much, but you just have way more control. You know, the foot, being able to move your feet around, I think outweighs that locked in feeling with the concave stock pads. You have to be in like the exact right position for it to really feel locked in. And if you're not in that exact position with those foot pads, then it can feel really unstable. It can feel like you're standing on a sharp edge and, you know, be really wobbly. So with the flat pads, definitely less locked in, but, you know, being able to move your feet around outweighs that, for my personal opinion on there. All in all, I think the pros outweigh the cons a lot with these flat pads. I like them. I'm gonna start ripping them. I really hope that maybe FM comes out with another model that is maybe flatter than this, maybe even rounder on the edges. Who knows? Get creative with it, you know what I'm saying? Yo, if you guys like this video, hit that fucking thumbs up, hit that fucking subscribe button, hit that fucking notification so you get those bells every time that we put out some fun videos, because you know you want to watch the fun video, because I want to watch the fun video. And if I want to watch the fun video, you know you want to watch the fun video. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys have a fun day, and if you didn't, well, tomorrow's gonna be the funnest day of your fucking life. So get the fuck outside. Go get the first fucking air. You know what I'm saying? Ride your fucking one. Fuck outside. Because that's what we do. That's what you gotta do. Go outside. Go ahead. Go outside. I don't care. Go run on the snow. You know what I'm saying? Go play with your homies. Go make snowballs or snowmen in the snow. Is it sunny outside? Perfect. Grab your wheel. Put on a t-shirt. Go rip those trails that you know you love back behind your house with all those dirt jumps. Send your wheel off of it. Do some flips. You know what I'm saying? Peace the fuck out.